Chinwe had always admired Ngozi, not the shallow kind of admiration, but the kind that stung. Ngozi had it all: a handsome husband, 2 polite children, a flourishing interior design business, and a palatial home in Abuja's Metoma district. They had been best friends since secondary school, yet Chinwe couldn't shake the feeling that life had cheated her. Whenever she visited Ngozi, Chinwe smiled, laughed, and sipped wine like a loyal friend. But inside, resentment festered. Every curtain Ngozi hung, every marble tile, every dinner with Emeka, Ngozi's husband, felt like salt on a wound. Chinwe's own life was crumbling. Her boyfriend had left her, her salon had shut down, and debt collectors were circling. It was on one of those wine-filled evenings that the idea bloomed. A simple slip of powdered poison in a glass of rose. Ngozi would never taste it. Chinwe had watched enough crime shows to know how to clean up after. She would cry, of course, publicly. Pretend to be devastated. Play the grieving friend. The plan worked. Ngozi died in her sleep. Natural causes, the doctor said. Chinwe sobbed through the funeral, consoled Emeka and the children, and slowly embedded herself deeper into their lives. By the time the 40 days of mourning passed, Chinwe had moved into the guest wing, just to help with the kids, she said. Emeka didn't protest. He was grieving, vulnerable. And Chinwe knew exactly what to say. Everything was falling into place. 2 months later, Chinwe was living her dream life. The guest wing turned into the master bedroom. Emeka started to smile again, especially when she cooked his favorite ogbono soup or ironed his shirts just right. She even signed the kids up for music lessons, something Ngozi had promised but never fulfilled. Friends began to whisper. Some called her disrespectful. Others said it was too soon. But Emeka defended her. Chinwe has been like a sister. She saved this family, he'd say. Chinwe savored every moment. She walked through the house barefoot, drank wine on the balcony, and even took over Ngozi's boutique, rebranding it as Chilox. The business thrived. It felt like she had finally become who she was meant to be. But strange things began to happen. A framed photo of Ngozi fell and shattered 3 times. The younger child, Kamsi, once whispered, "Auntie Chi, Mommy says she's not happy." Chinwe laughed it off. Kids say odd things. Then she started hearing the voice, low, calm, unmistakable. Enjoy it while it lasts. It started with the locked drawer in Ngozi's old study. Chinwe hadn't bothered with it before. But now, curious and bold, she forced it open one evening. Inside were 3 things. A passport with a different name, Ngozi Ezuma was listed as Omoka Odiyu. A burner phone with encrypted messages. A blood-stained letter addressed to Pastor Elijah. As Chinwe read the letter, her mouth went dry. Ngozi had once been part of an underground group exposing fraudulent pastors and politicians. She had stolen documents, evidence, and hidden them inside a safe in the house. She wrote that if anything ever happened to her, someone would come looking. Chinwe's hands trembled. She checked the messages. The most recent one was sent a week before Ngozi's death. They found me. If I disappear, it wasn't an accident. Chinwe's blood ran cold. This wasn't just envy anymore. This was something darker. It was a Tuesday when the man appeared at the gate. Tall, dark sunglasses, no smile. He said his name was Mr. Dyke and that he was a family friend. Chinwe watched him from the living room window as he spoke to Emeka. Emeka called her in. Chi, this is Mr. Dyke. Says he knew Ngozi from her NGO work. Chinwe forced a smile. Oh. She never talked much about that. Mr. Dyke didn't blink. She was careful. For good reason. That night, Chinwe couldn't sleep. She checked every window, locked every door. Something about Mr. Dyke felt off. The next morning, she found her car tire slashed. A note on the windshield read, "Ngozi paid the price. So will you?" She ran to Emeka, panicked. But before she could speak, he handed her an envelope. "Ngozi left this for you. With the lawyer." Inside was a USB stick and a note. Chinwe, I always knew you wanted my life. I just didn't think you'd take it literally. If you're reading this, you have one choice: confess or burn with it all. Chinwe tried to leave that night. She packed cash, jewels, and the USB stick. But at the gate, 2 black jeeps blocked her. Mr. Dyke stepped out, flanked by 3 men. You thought you were clever, he said calmly. Ngozi was an undercover journalist. She was about to expose a major cartel, and you killed the only person keeping you safe. I didn't mean, Chinwe stammered. You inherited more than a house. You inherited her enemies. They took her away. Later, the house was sold. Emeka and the kids relocated to the UK. Rumors swirled, but no one ever saw Chinwe again. If only she knew that Ngozi's life wasn't just beautiful. It was dangerous. And now, it was hers to suffer.